So why do you feel like you're not part of the community?
I mean, it's not a feeling that I have. It's just that most of the people that are part of the community, they've been here for a very long time, and me, not so long. So, and I'm not gonna be here that long either. So, after I finish high school, God knows where I'll be.
Do you go to high school on the island?
No, I go to United Nations National School on 27th and York.
So do you interact with the kids on the island?
Oh yes. Well, the kids that go to my school definitely, and I know several other kids that just live on the island and go to different high schools.
Okay. So what else? So do you feel so you live in the Octagon?
Yes.
And do you feel like the people in here interact with the other people on the island?
Well, the Octagon is sort of isolated. As you can see, it's like much further from the other buildings, and but they definitely still interact with each other. Like if there's there's usually flyers around for different things, like come to this meeting or there's this new theater show. So they still communicate. I never go to any of these, so I don't know. But within the building itself, there's a lot of communication. Once a month, we have something called happy hour, where the building gives everyone food in the pool room upstairs. Everyone come together. There's wine. There's different drinks, which they don't give me, but.
So what do you like to do on the island?
On the island, there's not much to do except play football, soccer, or eat. Before which there are lots of different places, which is another good thing. But anything other than that, we usually go outside for it.
Do you usually eat at the local diner or the ones that just open up near the tram?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's a tie, really. If it's at night, most of the time we go to a bar and grills. So that's a nice place. They have nice cheeseburgers and wings. But other times, pizza, because it's fast and more accessible.
How do you feel like, just on another line of questioning, people of kind of different races interact here?
To be honest, I don't like. I don't see a lot of white people on the island. To be honest, it's mostly everything else, like Middle Eastern, Indian, Asian, African American, everything else.
What about in this building in particular?
In this building, same. But it's a very nice community. Like, but the one thing is that there's a very I don't know how to say this. But like most of the people on the island are old.
Do you sense that there's a kind of vibe in being here, like an identity?
What do you mean?
Like, do you feel like people feel like they're Roosevelt Islanders? There's a defining quality.
Yes, that definitely.
Are they proud of it?
Like for example, with my friends, like there's at least 10, 20 people that go to my school and they live on the island, and we call ourselves the Island Crew. It's literally something.
Do other people know you're the Island Crew?
Yes, they know and they fear us.
Very cool.
That's great.
Let's think, what else?
How clean is it?
Oh, clean. I've never seen anything like. Whoa, there was just one time, but that was like I think it was 3 a.m. I was walking and there was this really bad smell, and then I further walked up and saw some dirty vomit. But that's.
I think that's
just
New York
once.
City.
Oh, what do you think of the security here, public safety?
Public safety. Well, I walk around a lot, going for jogging and stuff, and I see a lot of police cars. So security-wise, it's pretty secure. Although I have many friends of mine that are scared to come down, but I don't know. I really don't understand why. I mean, I can see how somebody who doesn't know, who doesn't see this every day, they come here and like at 12 o'clock they just see these ghetto kids, and they usually like they go in 10s and 20s, but they're just walking. Like although they seem dangerous, they don't really do anything.
Do you like the public safety?
If I saw less of them, I would be more happy.
But you've never had an encounter, right?
No, personally no.
Do you guys party on the island?
We won't put that in the video.
We won't put it in the video. I was just curious.
Yeah, we do.
Teens party.
Okay. So, last question. Let's just wait for the audio. Is it good? Almost. Alright, so do you have any like final things to say about it? Like what's your overall feeling on the island?
Overall feeling, it's definitely like coming out of Manhattan. It's a completely different vibe. Walking around the island compared to walking the streets of Manhattan, very different. Very, very different. Both amazing in their own way. Like when I walk on the Manhattan side, but on the island, and I just look at Manhattan, it's amazing. Because I don't hear any other noise, but I still see everything and all the lights, especially at night. It's definitely something.
So do you feel like a New Yorker?
Sure. I mean, I only lived here for a year and a half.
What country are you from?
Well, originally from Iran, but I come from Switzerland.
Are you proud to live here?
Sure.
That's kind of a personal question.
Sorry, it got deep there for a second.
Like sometimes I'm not proud to be a New Yorker.
The thing is,
I am.
I come from Switzerland, and Switzerland is basically, I don't know, it's basically like the island. There's nobody, and it's a lot of old people, so the aging population is high, and it's not crowded at all, and it's so peaceful. At 2 a.m. you can do whatever you want, nobody cares, there's not a lot of cops. And here, well, it's completely the opposite. And I mean, there, I don't know, I'm just not used to New York so much. Personally, I prefer Switzerland.
I don't blame you.
Switzerland sounds cool.
Been there, but
It's a really amazing, like so many people tell me it's boring, but it's only boring if you don't know anyone or you don't know where to go. Other than that, like there's this small village called Interlaken, and it's just surrounded by mountains. And if you go in winter or summer there's so many activities you can do, like bungee jumping, skydiving. I've done both and I love it. And there's this one train that you can take, and you just go in, it's along the border, and then at one point you just enter this tunnel, and before you enter it, there's no snow, it's not raining, it's perfect weather. When you come out, all snow, all white. You don't see anything but snow. And there's this restaurant there which is incredibly expensive. Yeah. I know I went off topic, but
that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, but that was so helpful.
Yeah, thank you so much.
yeah, sure.
Can I actually like write down your